Being productive is easy, okay? Being productive is actually very easy. We just make it harder than it has to be. And if you are a person who thinks that being productive is very hard, who struggles with procrastination, who spends hours doing random things instead of getting shit done, this video is for you. Because in this video, I'm going to show you what habits you actually need that make it easy for you to be productive. So first things first, don't use your phone first thing in the morning. Go at least 1 hour without being on your phone, especially without being on social media. Because if the first thing you do every morning is pick up your phone, go on social media, reply to your friends, reply to this email, you're filling your brain with so much noise and with so much information before your day actually started, okay? I once heard someone say going on social media the first thing in the morning is like letting hundreds of people into your bedroom when you wake up. And when I heard that, I was like, oh my gosh, that's so true. Because I consume so much information every single morning. I look, what is Stacy doing? What is Lisa doing? What is Tiffany doing? What is this person doing? Instead of focusing on my own life. And I noticed that whenever I start my mornings like this, it's getting so hard for me to concentrate and to focus on the task the rest of the day, because my brain has already gotten used to constant stimulation. And I really do notice a difference in my productivity on days where I start my morning with my phone and on days where I don't start my morning with my phone. If you don't believe me, just try it yourself. Tomorrow morning, wake up, go on your phone first thing in the morning, go on social media, scroll a little, and the next day, don't go on your phone. Start your day with your morning routine, brushing your teeth, doing everything you're doing every morning. Trust me, on the days where you don't start your morning with your phone, you will notice how much easier it will be for you to be productive. The next thing is make a to-do list every single day, okay? Because the biggest productivity killer is not knowing what you need to do. Some people like to make their to-do list the night before. Some people like to make their to-do list in the morning. Choose whatever you want to do, but write down what you have to do every single day. Because in the morning, we might think about everything we have to get done that day. And we might think, today I need to go to the gym, I need to go grocery shopping, I need to call my sister, I need to clean up my desk, I need to stretch, whatever. But throughout the day, you will forget those things. And it is so much harder to stay productive if you constantly have to think about what you're going to do next. Why should you make life harder than it has to be? Why should you make being productive harder than it has to be if you can just take 5 minutes each day to write down what you have to do and you're good to go? The next tip is make your phone boring. Your phone is your biggest distraction. I already talked about how much it distracts you first thing in the morning, but you know that it also distracts you throughout the day. And that's why you need to make your phone boring. And you can make your phone boring by removing notifications. You don't need to know every time someone liked a picture on Instagram or someone posted a new video on TikTok. You don't need to know those things. When you go on the app, you will see what happened, okay? You will see when someone likes your picture. You will see when someone posted a new video. You don't need to have those notifications on the whole day, because having notifications on will make it so hard for you to not go on your phone. So first of all, remove your notifications. You can also make your phone boring by moving your social media apps off your home screen. Because every time you go on your phone, you see Instagram, you see TikTok, you see Reddit, whatever, it's become a habit for you to click on those apps. And if you don't see those apps every time, it will be so much easier for you not to waste so much time. And what's also very important to make your phone boring, set yourself social media limits. Because if you're scrolling on TikTok, time flies by. You want to spend 10 minutes on TikTok and all of a sudden you spend 1 hour on TikTok. And you can change that by setting social media limits. I would recommend not setting those limits you can turn off yourself, but setting a limit and letting someone else choose the password. So when the time is over, you have no chance to spend more time on the app because you don't know the password. That's what I have. I have social media limits and my boyfriend chose the password, and this is really the best thing I did for my productivity. And another tip I have for you is when you have to focus on a task, put your phone in another room. Your phone is constantly next to you. You'll automatically reach for it without even thinking about it. Trust me, your phone is the biggest productivity killer. And if you want to be more productive, you need to get rid of that thing. So the next habit is keep your environment clean. This is a really underrated habit, but in my opinion, it's a very important one, because whenever my room is messy, I also feel like being messy. I don't feel like being productive if everything is just messy. But as soon as I clean up a little, I notice how I start to get more motivated. And of course, I don't mean you have to do a whole deep clean every time you want to be productive. That's obviously not the case, but just make sure that your environment is not messy. Make your bed. Clean up your desk. Put the things that are laying around back where they belong, and you will see how much easier it will be for you to be productive and to focus. The next thing is make it a habit to act immediately. Whenever you know what you should be doing, like going to the gym or studying or cleaning up something, do it immediately, okay? Do it immediately. Don't sit there thinking about it, because the longer you think about it and the longer you wait, the more excuses your brain will come up with. Because your brain is not designed to make you happy or to make you productive. Your brain is designed to keep you safe. And staying comfortable feels very safe for the brain. So that's why your brain will always come up with new excuses. That's why you always tell yourself, yeah, I wanted to go to the gym today, but somehow today I'm feeling a little tired. I can still go tomorrow. Yeah, I wanted to study today, but the exam is in 2 weeks. I can still study in 3 days because today I have so many other things to do. This is what happens when you think about what you should do instead of acting immediately. And what can help you act immediately is the 5-second rule. The 5-second rule means that whenever you know what you should be doing, just count down from 5 to 1 and just get up and do it. Don't negotiate with yourself. Just stand up and do it. The next thing is you need to avoid perfectionism. Perfectionism killed my productivity for years. For me, it was always all or nothing. For example, if I missed one workout or if I didn't wake up as early as I wanted to wake up, I would always tell myself, well, I already failed. There's no point in going on. And then I gave up completely. But then I understood that I should not strive for perfection, but for consistency. And even if I miss one workout, I don't have to give up everything just because I wasn't perfect. And what I started doing is whenever I missed one day, I just pretended it never happened and I continued the next day. And you know what? This made me so much more productive, because one bad day or 2 bad days don't ruin your progress. But you know what ruins your progress? Giving up. The next habit is build routines that support you. You need to have a good night routine and you need to have a good morning routine, because you can't be productive if you don't have those routines. I'm sorry, I have to tell you, but you can't be productive. Especially your night routine is very important, because the next day starts the night before. And by having a good night routine, you make sure that you get to calm down at night, that you're going to sleep at the right time so that you can have enough sleep so you can wake up early the next morning and have a productive day. And with a good morning routine, you make sure to start your day right. As I discussed earlier, it's very bad for you and for your productivity if you start your day with your phone, if you start your day with social media. And having a good morning routine can really help you start the day right so you can have a good and productive day. So really make sure to have a good night routine and to have a good morning routine. And my last habit for this video is get ready every day, even if you're just staying at home. I know this one sounds simple, but trust me, getting ready for the day signals to your brain that it's time to be productive. And if you're staying in your pajamas the whole day, you will feel like relaxing and doing nothing, sitting on the couch instead of being productive. You make it harder for yourself to be productive if you don't get ready every day. And when I say get ready every day, I don't mean you have to do a full face of makeup, you have to do a blowout every day. No, that's not what I'm saying. But I mean get ready for the day so that you feel good and you feel confident in your skin. For some, it might be fixing their hair. For some, it might be a full face of makeup. For some, it might be just putting on some concealer and blush. Whatever it is for you, just make sure you feel good and confident for the day. Because if you feel good and you feel confident, you will be more likely to accomplish things and to be productive. So that's it for today's video. I really hope it was helpful. If it was, give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and I would say I see you in my next one.